First order of business to get into is the Los Angeles Clippers. I can't believe I'm leading the show with the Los Angeles Clippers, but it's true. I have to talk about the Los Angeles Clippers. You know why? Because they're on fire. Clippers are coming. The Clippers are coming.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for checking in with Callie. So Stephen A. Smith gives his thoughts on the Clippers. And, looking at Stephen A. Smith give his thoughts, I didn't know what to expect. But in listening to his comments, he says the Clippers are the real deal. And matter of fact, he went as far as saying the Clippers are the best team in L.A. And he said he couldn't believe he was saying that. Honestly, I can tell that he was surprised by how the Clippers have, rebounded. And I have to admit, I'm kind of surprised how they rebounded from the 0-6 start with the James Harden era and the system and everything like that. Because right now, the way they look like a team, of course, that can contend for a championship. James Harden is playing good, giving out the assists the way he should. This last game against the Pacers, he had like his team high in points, 35 points since he's been on this team, which is the most he scored since he's been on this team. And Kawhi is just being a consistent monster as always. I think he dropped like 28, 29 points in that game as well. PG had 27. So their big three really came to play and really came to go out there and just dominate. And, really the game was kind of like back and forth a little bit until the Clippers just blew it open until James had that 21-point fourth quarter. I think that really took it over the top. And it was the Pacers. The Pacers don't really play defense like that, but, they do put up a lot of points as well. So, you have to score with them. Otherwise, they'll outscore you. You know what I'm saying? So the Clippers did great in that aspect. They did very good in regards to, just utilizing their talent and their will over the other team. And they won. And they've been looking good against a lot of teams lately. Now, going into, tonight's game, I think they got a game, of course, against the Mavericks and they got a game against OKC and then the Celtics. So, these three games here is going to be, challenging just because, the Mavericks always give them trouble because of Luka Doncic. And, OKC is playing very good as well. And, you got to, definitely give credit to the Celtics, in acquiring Drew Holiday because they look so much better with him and so much more fluid, and they look like they're really a tough team. Are going to be a tough out in the playoffs. Honestly, I can actually see NBA Finals with the Clippers and the Celtics in the finals. I can definitely see that happening. It's a possibility, especially the way things look right now. Honestly, the Clippers look like the best team in the West, and according to Stephen A. Smith, which I agree with as well, the Clippers are like one of the best teams in the NBA besides the Celtics, because the Celtics, I think they're like 20-5 or 21-5 or something like that. They have a great record. They have one of the best records as well. So, but the Clippers look like the most, dominant type team right now based upon what we're seeing. So, if it became the NBA Finals, the Clippers Celtics, I definitely wouldn't be surprised. But I think it'd be a great NBA Finals too. But still, the Clippers have been doing great, and honestly, they are the best team in LA right now, because if you look at the Lakers outside the play-in tournament, they look like trash. They really do. They lost to the Knicks. They're losing the teams that they should beat, and even before when the play-in tournament was here, a little bit before that, they were losing at times where it's like, why are they losing when they look so dominant in the playing tournament? And I understand, teams turning on when they need to, being who they need to be, when they need to be it, all that type of stuff. I 100% get that. I really do, because that's, something that, it's a playoff mentality. But it is the in-season tournament. It still is the regular season. And the Lakers I feel like they were cherishing that more than they were the regular season. And in doing so, other teams like the Clippers are paying attention more or less to the regular season, trying to get, healthy, acclimated, and, chemistry and all those type things. And the Clippers are playing a lot better for it. And with the acquisition of James Harden, it's all starting to flow better for them now, which is really good, because I wanted to see this team, kind of put it all together rather than just be one of these teams where, they have a lot of talent and they could win it, but you don't really see the consistency in them. Now, I don't know if they can go on like a 20-game winning streak or nothing like that, but an 8-game winning streak is impressive. Anytime you can get somewhere around 7 to 10-game winning streak within a season, you're doing good for yourself, because like I said, it's hard to win in this league. It's hard to win in any sport at the highest level. So, if you're able to accomplish multiple wins back to back, like 7 to 10 game winning streak somewhere in there, you're building confidence. And on top of that, your confidence gets so high to a point where you feel like you could beat any team you play, any team that steps on the floor with you. And I also agree with Stephen A. Smith that, the Nuggets are technically, the team in the West because they won the championship, but the Clippers definitely are the one team that threatened them. They really are. They're the number one team in the West that would threaten them to me. Even though Timberwolves are number one, but I have to see the Timberwolves do it in the playoffs. I really do. I mean, the Timberwolves, throughout my years of watching basketball, they've had some seasons way back in the day when I was growing up where they played good in the regular season, and they got to the playoffs a few times, which is not many to me. But the few times they did, they played all right in the playoffs, but never went nowhere. So we'd have to see like how they look, in regards to just the playoffs before we really give them any type of credit like that. I mean, it's rightfully so for any other team as well. You got to see how they do in the playoffs, before anything. But the Clippers got veterans, star players, and all that. So, I mean, I know they would do great in the playoffs, of course, if they were healthy. So, and that's their main thing. But definitely, I know Denver's looking at the Clippers like, yeah, this might be our number one challenge, because I believe it will be. The Phoenix Suns, maybe they might get there. But, I mean, Bradley Beal stays hurt. One of them always seems to stay hurt. And I don't know. I don't know how good their chemistry really would be, amongst each other. I really don't know. So, but either way, the Clippers are the team to beat right now, honestly. And I don't really see nobody really topping them, because it's like when you look at the Clippers, like, of course, they got defense, offense. They got a good, system going right now. And Ty Lue is, doing some decent coaching right now, which he doesn't really have to do much because, this team is just overly talented. But, man, like I said, they look really good. They look like a championship caliber team to me. Kawhi's at the top of his game. He looks like the best player in the league, shooting like 70% from the field and like 60% from three these last several games. I mean, we don't even see superstars put up numbers like these. This is like, I mean, if you do see superstars do it, it's more like, a Stephen Curry, somebody like that, shooting 50, 40, 90 from the field. And Kawhi is right in that, circumference, for the year. I think actually he's shooting 50, 40, and 88, I think is what I saw maybe about a week ago or 2 weeks. I'd say about a week and a half ago is what I saw in regards to his stats. So, I mean, if he can keep it up, man, my goodness, this team would be even more tougher than what they are now. But definitely shout out to the Clippers. I hope they keep going. I hope they keep winning, because it's definitely a great thing to see, especially with all the issues they had throughout the last few years and all the naysayers and things like that. But, of course, you got to put it all together, and you got to find a way to win. But the Clippers are definitely on the right track.